Hey guys, Arik is here, your Russian coach, and today you're gonna understand another piece of classic literature in Russian in the original. You're going to get it close to 100%. Anton Chekhov. Беседа пьяного с трезвым чёртом. So please open your printed materials. We're going to have fun. Along with learning Russian, it's going to uplift your mood big time because the story is really funny. And do you remember what пьяный, трезвый, do you remember these words from the last lesson? Пьяный means drunk and трезвый means sober. So the conversation of the drunk with the sober demon. Now, please open your printed materials. If you do not have it printed, please open the link below this video. And I'll show you where we stopped the last time. And we're going to continue from there, but before that, I'm going to remind you what actually happened there. While you're opening, I want to talk to you about the title of the story, Беседа пьяного с трезвым чёртом, because you can understand it in two ways. And I did not mention it the previous time. You can relate пьяный, drunk, to the word чёрт, demon. So one comprehension of this title would be the conversation of the drunk demon with the sober demon. That's one option. Another option, you can relate pьяный to a person. You can consider pьяный to be a noun, which means a drunkard, a drunk person. So another meaning is the conversation of a drunk person with the sober demon. So you understand? You can take pьяный as an adjective and then it would be related to чёрт, to demon. Or you can take pьяный as a noun and then it relates to the person. Now, we'll see. As we move along, we'll see what works best for you, but I also think it's a personal interpretation because he might relate to Lakhmatov, to this guy, as a drunk demon. That also makes sense. Yeah. So I personally think that it was an intentional ambiguity on the part of Chekhov. Just wanted to mention it. Now we are going to start today from here. Just look at the screen, please. Lakhmatov увидев чёрта. Lakhmatov, because that's where we stopped. Now, I'm just reminding you what happened so far. We have this guy who is the main character. His name is, rather family name, is Lakhmatov. And he was the former chinovnik. Chinovnik, we said that it was a civil servant. And he was sitting and drinking vodka. And after drinking quite a lot of vodka, he saw a demon in front of him. And actually, at the previous lesson, there was a depiction of this demon. So, if you're curious how the demon looked like, please watch the previous video about Chekhov, about this particular piece of literature. Go to the playlist. Now, but I will just repeat the last sentence. Вместо пальцев когти, вместо ног лошадиные копыта. So instead of fingers, claws, instead of feet, or instead of legs, but in this case instead of feet, the horse hooves. Okay. Now look, I'm going to read to you the, just a second, the part that we are going to take today. It starts with Lakhmatov and it ends with поклонился. So first, just listen, enjoy the music of the language. After that, we're going to work thoroughly, word by word. You're going to get it close to 100%. Listen. Lakhmatov, увидев чёрта, несколько смутился. Но потом, вспомнив, что зеленые черти имеют глупое обыкновение являться ко всем вообще подвыпившим людям, скоро успокоился. «С кем я имею честь говорить?» — обратился он к непрошенному гостю. Черт сконфузился и потупил глазки. «Вы не стесняйтесь», — продолжал Лохматов. «Подойдите ближе. Я человек без предрассудков, и вы можете говорить со мной искренно, по душе. Кто вы?» Черт нерешительно подошел к Лохматову и, подогнув под себя хвост, вежливо поклонился. Okay, so just spot the percentage of your comprehension here and compare it with my second reading towards the end of the lesson. You will see a little miracle. So Лохматов, увидев черта, seeing the demon, yeah, увидев comes from видеть, to see. So Лохматов, seeing the demon, несколько смутился. So please underline the word несколько. It means somewhat. Somewhat. And смутился means got embarrassed. Therefore, listen, Лохматов, увидев черта, несколько смутился. Лохматов, seeing the demon, somewhat got confused. Но потом, but afterwards, вспомнив, что зеленые черти имеют глупое обыкновение являться ко всем вообще подвыпившим людям. Вспомнив comes from вспомнил, which is remembered. Вспомнив means remembering. Remembering that green demons. Now please underline the expression. Please look at the screen. Имеют обыкновение. Имеют обыкновение means have a tendency to. Yeah? Have a tendency to. Имеют обыкновение. Now, if имеют обыкновение have a tendency to, so what would that be? Имеют глупое обыкновение. It means have a silly tendency, because глупый means silly or stupid. So have a silly tendency. Являться ко всем вообще подвыпившим людям. So являться means to appear. Являться, to appear. Ко всем means in front of every. Всем comes from все. In front of everyone. And now you will get it. It will not be like in English, but you will get it. In front of everyone. Вообще means in general. Подвыпившим, a little drunk, a little bit drunk, людям, people. So, now let's take just this part. Но потом, вспомнив, что зеленые черти имеют глупое обыкновение являться ко всем вообще подвыпившим людям. But afterwards, or later on, remembering that green demons have a silly tendency to appear in front of, in general, a little drunk people. So basically, look, I will explain it to you even in a more understandable way. Ко всем вообще, just you can underline it as an expression, and it means in general to everyone. Ко всем вообще, because вообще means in general, and just consider that it goes together. Ко всем вообще, generally to everyone. So ко всем вообще подвыпившим людям, generally to the people, to everyone who is a little bit drunk. Скоро успокоился. Now it continues the sentence about Лохматов. So скоро means soon. Успокоимся, got calm. Calm down. That's успокоился. Calm down. Now, you will surprise yourself by your comprehension right now, because everything will fit in. Look. Лохматов, увидев черта, несколько смутился. Лохматов, seeing the demon, somewhat got confused. Но потом, вспомнив, что зеленые черти имеют глупое обыкновение являться ко всем вообще подвыпившим людям, but afterwards, remembering that green demons have a silly tendency to appear in front of everyone, in front of all a little bit drunk people, скоро успокоился, soon calmed down. You see? It works well together, correct? «С кем я имею честь говорить?» — обратился он к непрошенному гостю. Now, it's quite an obsolete expression, «с кем я имею честь», and it means who, with whom do I have an honor to do something, in this case, to talk. So, in other words, с кем я имею честь говорить? Who do I have the honor to talk to? Обратился он к непрошенному гостю. Обратился means addressed, and it goes together with к. So when we say in English addressed someone, in Russian that would be обратился к, like addressed to someone. And непрошенному means unasked. So непрошенному гостю, гость means guest, unasked, like unasked for guest, uninvited, in other words. «С кем я имею честь говорить?» — обратился он к непрошенному гостю. So, who do I have an honor to talk to? Addressed he, the uninvited guest, the unasked for guest. Черт сконфузился и потупил глазки. Потупил глазки means lowered his eyes. Потупил глазки, and сконфузился means became kind of confused / embarrassed. So, черт сконфузился, so the demon became embarrassed, и потупил глазки, and lowered his eyes. And we continue with the next one. «Вы не стесняйтесь», — продолжал Лохматов. «Подойдите ближе». Не стесняйтесь means don't be shy. Стесняться means to be shy. «You don't be shy», — продолжал Лохматов. Continued Лохматов. «Подойдите ближе». Come closer. Ближе means closer. Подойдите means come. Come over closer. «Я человек без предрассудков, и вы можете говорить со мной искренно, по душе. Кто вы?» So, предрассудок means preconceived idea. So, предрассудок means like biased. Like, предрассудки means basically biases, preconceived ideas. So, я человек без предрассудков. I'm a person without preconceived ideas, without biases. И вы можете говорить со мной искренно. Искренно means openly, heart to heart. So when he says, я человек без предрассудков, и вы можете говорить со мной искренно. I'm a person without prejudice, yeah, without preconceived ideas, and you can talk to me heart to heart. По душе. По душе, it means pretty much the same, heart to heart, like soul to soul. Кто вы? Who are you? Черт нерешительно подошел к Лохматову и, подогнув под себя хвост, вежливо поклонился. So please underline the word нерешительно. It means hesitantly, in a hesitant way. Подошел к, approached. So in Russian you say approached to, but подошел к Лохматову, approached Лохматов, и подогнув под себя хвост. So, подогнуть comes from гнуть, which means to bend. But подогнув под себя means bending his tail. You remember хвост means tail. Под себя. Под себя means under himself or below himself. So he bent his tail probably between his legs. Something like that. Подогнув под себя хвост. Вежливо. Вежливо means politely. Поклонился. Bowed. Поклониться means to bow. So, how does this sentence work? Черт нерешительно подошел к Лохматову и, подогнув под себя хвост, вежливо поклонился. The demon hesitantly approached Лохматов and, bending the tail under himself, politely bowed. Now, guys, we are going to create our little miracle towards the end of the lesson. I'm going to read again all this part, and your comprehension is going to be completely different than the one at the beginning of the lesson. Listen. Лохматов, увидев черта, несколько смутился, но потом, вспомнив, что зеленые черти имеют глупое обыкновение являться ко всем вообще подвыпившим людям, скоро успокоился. «С кем я имею честь говорить?» — обратился он к непрошенному гостю. Черт сконфузился и потупил глазки. «Вы не стесняйтесь!» — продолжал Лохматов. «Подойдите ближе. Я человек без предрассудков, и вы можете говорить со мной искренно, по душе. Кто вы?» Черт нерешительно подошел к Лохматову и, подогнув под себя хвост, вежливо поклонился. Guys, have you experienced what I meant? I hope so. Thank you very much. If you still haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because we're going to have lots of interesting stuff here on this channel. And if you need your private Russian lessons to bring your Russian to a good level, please contact me and we will work on your Russian thoroughly. You have my contact details below this video. You can drop me a line and I'll tell you how it all works. But we will have the first lesson without for free and without any obligation on your part. So, and you will gain a lot just from that one lesson. And you are welcome not to continue with me for private lessons. It's also fine. So just do not hesitate. You can contact me and we will talk about that and how to advance, how to make you a really, really advanced Russian speaker. Thank you so much, guys. I wish you good mood and good health. Blessings.